Alright guys, it's the next day. I finally got the car in my hands now, and guys, let me introduce to you my new to me, or essentially full makeover for the EK4 Honda Civic, and here it is. Alright guys, we are here, we're back with the Honda Civic, and today is going to be a great day. We're going to be putting a whole bunch of stuff on this EK4. It's going to be awesome guys, stay tuned. Let's get into this video. You guys have been keeping up to date on the EK4. We've just got a whole new respray and pretty much a restoration done on the car. As you can see, it is a little bit dirty, but the paint is still glistening through and it's looking pretty darn good if I have to say myself. So really happy with how the car looks on the outside, but now it's time for a refresh. And a couple months back, before we went on track at Haunted Hills, we did a full major service, full timing belt, water pump, you name it, everything's been done on it. Still hasn't had a rebuild yet, doesn't really need one. The car has been serviced extremely well, it's been looked after. What needs to be done now is the brakes, and the brakes are a little bit of a downfall in this build, and so we're gonna give that a whole new refresh with a big brake kit. Now, this is a budget build, big brake kit, but it's proven, it's tested, and it works like an absolute dream. And we've also got a few more tidbits to help with the handling and the suspension. So give you guys a preview of all the parts here. All right, what do you want to see first? What do you want to see first, Tom?
We'll do the calipers then.
Let's do the calipers. Okay, so this is a really, really neat colorway. Tom, don't laugh, they're an awesome colorway. So guys, this is it. It is a bronze anodized finish. I'm just joking, guys. These are the brake kits. These come off the DC2 Type R. They also off the Odyssey and a few other cars, but these are essentially the big brake upgrade. And I'll just show you how this looks in comparison to the OEM EK4 ones. Oh, thank you, Tom, the man. Something just fell. It's all good. Have a look at that. It is literally twice the size. I don't know if you guys can see, but for reference, gigantic. So in order to pair up these DC2 Type R calipers that Tom's holding, you've got to get some special brake rotors, and as a result, we've got the rotors here. These are the rear rotors actually. These are the DBA rear rotors for the EK4. So these are the stock ones, but they're really going to improve the stopping power. But I'll show you the ones for the big brake calipers. As you can see, these are the ones that we're looking for. They actually fit a Mini Cooper, and that's what they were designed for. They essentially call this the Cooper rotors for the front. And have a look at that. They're slotted. They are absolutely massive. And this is going to be a huge brake improvement for the EK4, guys. Let's just rip that open.
Ooh, opening new plastic.
My lord. This thing is bigger than my head. Oh, COVID cough. No. I think the silver is going to really complement the paintwork. I'll let you do this. Just because I don't want to scratch the new paint. I think it's the other way, yeah?
Probably.
Look at that, guys. Compare the pair. Leave in the comments below which one you guys prefer. Oh, that's going to look so sick, man. I think, honestly, the bronze finish isn't going to do it justice. So we should probably paint it. Maybe
bronze?
Yellow? Bronze?
Yellow?
Yellow or red? I know red makes it go faster, but it's not
brakes. We want them to stop faster, right?
But it's not a Type R, so we have to embrace the fact that this is not a Type R. And I think that's a good fact. I don't know, we'll see how we go, but they're currently red. They look cool.
Silver color?
Oh, silver on silver? The silver rotors? That'd be cool.
Maybe.
Alright, so those are the Mini Cooper rotors. These are the 282 size front rotors. We are splurging on the EK4. I know you guys have wanted to see some content on this car for quite some time, so this is it. This is the long-awaited content. There's been a lot that has been happening, honestly, behind the scenes, but the wait has definitely been worthwhile because check out these new camera arms that we've got for the front. Oh my lord, brand new. Look at those ball joints as well. These are really gonna help the way that this car drives on track in conjunction with obviously all the other stuff that we've got. These are the rear ones as well. Guys, oh my lord, look at that. Forgot to mention, with all the brake rotors, we've got some SR Intima disc brake pads, and these are great for street and track usage. I believe these are the rears because they are quite small. Don't think those are the right ones. It'd be funny if those were the fronts. Okay, these are definitely the fronts, guys. Check it out. So these are also essentially as big as the stock calipers that are on the EK4. They're going to be sick. So this is new engine mounts for the car. So these are the full 5-piece engine mount set for the street. So obviously for the street, but still going to be really good for the track as well, especially because we're not using this car predominantly on the track, although it is a track build. We want to enjoy it out on the street and the hills. So it's really important that we maintain the drivability of this car. I mean, I don't really want another EG K-swap build, which is entirely for the track. So this is going to be sweet. To add, we've also got some safe brake performance brake hoses. These are braided and they're really going to help the overall package. And that's about it, guys. I think there's one more item that we're missing. It is a braided clutch line. However, apart from that, this is the whole haul. I can't wait to chuck everything on this EK4. It's going to be a little bit more of a mechanical, how to build, how to put together side video. Not so much driving, but I hope you guys are enjoying it thus far. I think it's time, guys, we dive right into this video. So these are the old ones from the old EK4 calipers. Now we're going to replace them into the big brake calipers, as well as the rotors and the pads.
Oh, sorry. You alright?
No. Just got to take off the calipers now. We're going to keep this. Probably sell it to the next owner. Let me know if you guys want some EK4 calipers.
Sorry.
Black eye, bro. That's good. The next step is we're going to take off the rotors. As you can see, these screws are a little bit messed up. This is probably not going to work, so we're going to get a special tool to help knock these things off. So now we're going to take the rotor off. Now we're going to take out the brake hose because we're going to be upgrading them to some braided brake hoses. We've just got everything hooked up now. So the caliper, as you guys can see, a lot bigger. Also got the braided brake lines. We've now got everything fitted up. We've got the brake hoses all lined up and tightened, so we've marked that just so that we can remember that it's all been done. Now we're going to fit the Mini Cooper rotors. And now the calipers. Stay guys, stay. Alright, let's put this in. And now this sits at the top here. So now we've got the Intima brake pads. We're going to go fit these on. We're going to fit on the caliper now. Just going to clear this section here. Okay, bottom one. I think it's better if we get underneath the car so I can actually see. So we've got Max over there chipping away at the rear rotors so we can speed up a little bit. There it is, guys. This is gonna be sick. Check in on Max and see how he's going. So we've got the rear rotor on, the Intima brake pad. The brake lines are going in, nice and braided. Check it out. And there you have it, guys, the finished product of the big brake caliper upgrade. Now we've also got to do the upper camber arm here. Max is working away, as I mentioned before, on the rears. Today is going to be a pretty full-on, hands-on day, just working on the car. So I do apologize if there's lack of any, real cinematic or driving content. It's gonna come later on in this video, so be sure to stay tuned. It's gonna be epic. You know what time it is? It is lunchtime.
Eat fried chicken.
Eat fried chicken. Here we go again. If you guys have seen the chaser video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. This is all done now. That's the finished product. That's looking nice and tidy. We're gonna have to get a wheel alignment. So we've just put in some .4 brake fluid, but that's pretty much it for this section of the video. We're gonna leave the EK4 over at Sika Motorsport, and they're gonna complete the engine mount install. So this is a little bit harder to fit, so it's gonna take a little bit more time. However, it is a bit boring, I'm not gonna lie. I think the best content and the most engaging and interesting is obviously the big brakes. So we're gonna leave the guys the car and they're gonna work on it overnight. It's gonna be really, really cool. So tomorrow, when we come to pick up the car, everything's gonna be ready to go. We've got an alignment booked in as well. It's gonna be epic to see the full car makeover of the EK4, guys. Alright guys, it's the next day. I finally got the car in my hands now. In the past 24 hours, it's had a full wheel alignment. And in addition to that, it's been fully washed. And guys, let me introduce to you my new to me, or essentially full makeover for the EK4 Honda Civic. So blown away with how this car looks in every single aspect. I know it hasn't been the most radical change of how the car actually is, but to me personally, it really has transformed in so many aspects. I've had this car for a little over 6 months now, and seeing it transform, like I said before, it's just absolutely crazy. And picking it up with questionable things about it, the paint, the goop on the side of the car, the black fender, oh, you name it. There was so many things about it. It was leaking a bit of oil, but now it's safe to say that I'm really happy with the build. It has really just transformed, and honestly, I still can't believe it. Like, I know I'm repeating myself and I'm rambling on, but guys, it's absolutely insane. It looks honestly like a completely different car. I'm really happy that it's OEM plus and still retaining the essence of a Honda Civic EK4, but just ramped up. It's just so much better now than what it used to be. And guys, I'm really sorry that I've been really slow with the uploads of the build for the EK4. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes, but I'm really trying to push out the content as best as I can. Doing these builds, it costs actually a fair bit, and it's kind of hard out here on YouTube, but whatever I can, wherever I can, I'm trying to finance them as best as I can so that I can show you guys more of the build series. The EK4 is just one of many of the builds that we've got out here. The K-Swap EG, this car, the Chaser, you name it. There's so many out here, but I really wanted to show you guys the update with the EK4 because this is one of my favorites. Honestly, like a B series 90 Civic. So in saying that, guys, let me take you for a quick tour and just talk a little bit more about the car, because I don't know if you guys have seen most of the content about the EK4, but when I first picked it up, I got it pretty much sight unseen. I had no idea, literally like a gamble and a shot in the dark, and I bought the car. It arrived at the depot, and guys, I got pretty lucky because honestly it had the foundations of a really sorted example, and because of that I was able to, I guess, salvage it and turn it into something a little bit more special. The EK4 has had a lot of different owners and questionable history. Through its time, it was, it had a body kit on. It looked a little bit rough, a little bit, you know what I mean? It just wasn't looked after in the same way that I would want a car to be looked after, but just the way it drove, it needed a little bit of TLC. So we got brand new semi-slick tires, we got new lug nuts, we had to roll the guards because it was scrubbing like crazy, and then we went on our essentially first driving, guys. As soon as you hopped into the interior, you saw that red rose roof liner. From there, we took the car to the track at Haunted Hills, and it was so much fun, but I didn't show it. But behind the scenes, we had a full major service done on the car. So timing belt, water pump, all the seals, everything was done on this car to make sure that it was driving good and it was ready for the track. So it survived an onslaught of a whole lot of driving fun. It was also raining out there, but we really got a chance to drive it at the limit and to see what the EK4 is like. And even in its stock form, it drove so well. And then from there, we realized there were a lot of things that we could actually sweeten up with the car. And so we did. We decided to go paint the car. And as you can see, we had it resprayed in the original OEM silver color. And I think, honestly, it's really come up looking a treat, you know, from every single angle. It is, I think you could call it like a showroom finish kind of car. I mean, there are a few spots of wear and tear. I mean, if you guys were nitpicking, the pillars could be changed. You know, the cowl could be changed as well. Honestly, this car is just ready to be enjoyed. I'm sorry for all the rambling, but I just wanted to keep you guys a little bit up to date with the EK4. It really has changed so much, and I know I've said that heaps, but guys, it has truly transformed. I really think that the car is at a standard now that I really like. I don't know if I want to push the boundaries anymore with the EK4 because it is an OEM plus build and it was intended for the track, but now it's a little bit too clean to track, so we're gonna see how it goes and pans out here on the channel. In the next video, best believe we're gonna be driving this car out on the street and potentially on track again very, very soon. So it's gonna be super excited to see how this car stacks up with obviously all the other cars that I've driven out here on the channel. I really appreciate all the support and the love that you guys have shown and all the patience as well when it comes to these builds. You know, it really means the absolute world to me. All the likes, the comments, the subscribes, whether you're tuning in for 5 seconds or for the full video, you know, it means the absolute world to me. When I got the first build car on the channel, the EG, I had about 500 subscribers, and now we're at 55,000 at the time of making this. You know, it is an honest to God absolute blessing to have each and every one of you tuning in every single time. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Once again, if you guys have enjoyed this video with the EK4 and the new makeover, please be sure to smash that thumbs up button in the comments below. Tell me what you think of the EK4 and what else you want to see me do to it moving forwards. And as well as that, guys, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Please take care. Bye for now.